Well, I guess time to talk about that game I just watched. Or watched like 2 hours ago. Um, man, kind of a little weird sort of feel I have right now. First of all, the New York Giants won. Their first win of the year. Their first real win in a very long time. I say real win because last year's wins, like, they didn't come to like week 6. So like it didn't even really count. Like at that point you're already done. You know what I mean, with the season. First real win in a very long time, it feels like. And I have a lot of opinions about this game. More so than I think this game I think we learned more about the Giants than we did the past 2 weeks. Learned what they're capable of, and also learn maybe what they're not capable of. I don't know. I kind of have a weird feeling about this game. First of all, the Texans are not a good team. I think they may be now the worst team in football because they lost to the Giants. I would say the Bills, but they won today, so it's hard to say. But the Texans are definitely bottom 5 teams in football, maybe bottom 2, maybe even the bottom. I don't know. But so I don't want to give too much think the Giants. I don't want to imply the fact that the Giants are now great. But the first half they looked incredible. They scored in every single one of their drives in the first half, which I cannot remember the last time that happened. I can't even remember the last time they scored in all their drives in a quarter. I'm not exaggerating. I'm serious. That's not me. I'm dead serious. I could not even tell you the last time. It felt like it's been years. They looked solid on offense. Who knew? I mean, I knew Flowers was garbage. I knew for a very long time, but who knew getting rid of him would open up the offensive line? They weren't perfect, especially in the second half, which we'll get to, but in the first half, they did a very good job, opened up a lot of plays, including Saquon's touchdown run, a few great throws to Beckham. Eli Manning looked incredible, and a lot of people, maybe not incredible, looked solid. A lot of people were like, hey, why don't you criticize Eli Manning? Hey, Eli Manning's bad. Hey, last week against the Dallas Cowboys, said Eli Manning wasn't at fault, which I didn't necessarily not say that. I just didn't really put it all on him. And now you know why. Now you know why. See, you get protection, and you're going to have yourself a quarterback that is competent enough to score points. They scored 20 points in the first half. Actually ended up pretty much all they scored in the game besides touchdown later in the game. But they scored 20 points in the first half. They had a 20-3 lead, and it seemed like the game was over. Second half was a little different. The third quarter, the offense didn't look that great. They punted every single drive in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, they finally came alive for one drive, had a great throw and catch by Barkley, and a Shepard touchdown catch, which all looked really good. So overall, pretty happy with the Giants' offense. Besides in the third quarter, the offensive line kind of, started doing some flags, some holding, and caused some flags and penalties. And they just overall kind of look like they fell apart, which is a little concerning because the final score of the game was 28-20. Or was it 27-20? 27-23. 27-23 was the final score. And that's a little concerning. And I don't even blame that on the defense for giving up all those points. It's just like, I don't know, like a game was not even close and then it ended up being close against the Texans. That concerns me because what if they're playing a good team like the Eagles, which they have to play twice, and they're up, let's say, 28-17. I can't even confirm that the game's over. I have to be like, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. They could come back and win this. And now that's the concern that I have is I can't finish games offensively. Defensively, yes, they gave up a lot of points in the second half. That's undeniable. However, some of them were in the last couple seconds, and overall, I don't think they were that bad. I think, I'm giving up points. I think if the offense did better, they would have give up less points. They were on the field a lot more than they should have been in the second half. If the offense kept them off the field by not punting, then this would have not even been a close game. They probably would have only scored 10 points. Probably, this game potentially could have been 38-10. It really could have been. The defense for the Giants, though. Let's talk about that. Incredible. I think the Giants have a top 5 defense. I truly believe that. Yes, they gave up a lot of points in the second half, but overall, they looked consistent. Interceptions, fumble recoveries, sacks. There were some moments where they were going after the quarterback and they just like blew it and they gave up a bunch of yards, and I will criticize them for that. But overall, they looked pretty consistent. They looked pretty good, I would say. Again, the second half, the whole team didn't look as good as they did in the first half, obviously. But in the first half, damn, that defense looked fucking good. And even like late in the game when they got the interception, it looked good. And then the offense just didn't do anything with it. If they did something with that, interception and the fumble, then this game wouldn't have even been close. So that's the biggest concern I still have, is that offense. Because yes, in the first half it looked really good, but third quarter kind of was looking like it did the past 2 weeks, which is a little concerning. I think the Giants kind of stepped off the gas a little bit, and I think when it comes to the coaching staff needs to be like, don't do that. Continue pressing down. You have to keep going. Show them Super Bowl 51. You know what I'm saying? Show them the Patriots coming back. Football's not over until it's over. So keep pedaling. Make sure that it ends on your own terms is what I would say. Some of the play calling I'm still not a big fan of, especially in the second half. The first half felt like a whole new team, and I'm like, this is great, this feels good. But in the second half, it just kind of reverted back, and I'm concerned. So I still have a lot of concerns. 1 and 2. It's not a great start. Let's be honest. We're playing the Saints next week, and we have some tough games up ahead. Obviously, you have to play the Eagles twice, who are really good. The Redskins twice, who are seeming to be much better than they were last year. We have to play, a Falcons, Panthers, Saints, now a Bucks. Like all 4 of those teams in the division are good. So it's still concerning. I'm not even really confident that we're gonna make the playoffs. I'm still looking at a 7-8 game win season at best, probably. But I can't deny the fact that we looked really good. I'm really happy with the win. I don't like losing. I don't like when my team loses. So I was very happy with the win, even though, again, the second half didn't look too pretty, especially the third quarter did not look very pretty. But the Giants held them together. They did a phenomenal first half. And if they can just capture what they did in that first half and do that every game, they could be fucking forced to reckon with. I just think this team has a lot of potential, and that showed this game. And I was believing that the past 2 weeks. It just didn't show, but their potential showed. And when you protect Eli Manning, he wasn't incredible, but he was really good. He did have his second best completion percentage of any game ever. So there you go. You protect him, and he has one of his best games ever. I wouldn't even say it was one of his best games ever, because completion percentage doesn't necessarily equivalent to best game ever. I don't think it does, but still, that goes to show something. When you break have one of your best games in one area as a quarterback, and your offensive line protects you, that's why. So if they can continue protecting him, keep Flowers out, man. Keep him out. I was happy when they benched him, but I'm like, I don't know how his replacement is going to be. And he ended up actually making a lot of the... He did get a few blocks get by, caused a few sacks, but nothing. He didn't cause 2 penalties on a play. Flowers would have done so much worse, and he actually did create some really good plays. And overall, besides in the third quarter, when the whole team kind of wasn't playing good, he kind of played bad in the third quarter, like some other players did, but everyone kind of did. And then in the first quarter, he created some plays, and overall, I'm pretty happy with this game, but I'm still concerned, and I'm hoping that the Giants going forward look like what they did in the first half, rather than what they look like in the third quarter in the second half overall. So that's my thoughts, that's my opinions, that's my reaction. Tell me what you think. New York Giants, how are they going to do? Guess we'll find out. But I'm going to go watch the Cowboys game right now. As of right now, maybe after this video, maybe not the case, but as of right now, they're getting their ass kicked, and I personally love watching that. So I'm going to go continue watching that and have some joy in my heart. So thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.